little nervous after her performance.
Absolutely. I saw the first rack. I think she made the first six, I believe, maybe seven. Was having flashbacks of watching this summer, and she said a really great night. We were just talking about it. No matter what competition, whether it was this or the regular 3-point competition, we would have both been in the advance to the next round. So it added a lot of pressure for sure, and you just wanted to get it off to a good start, settle in. Thankfully, made enough to get over the top, but that was perfect. The way, great entertainment, great shooting, both sides, and awesome 70 seconds for both of us.
Sabrina, after you cleared that first rack, what was going through your mind?
Honestly, just happy that we were able to get out there and start shooting. Obviously, there was a lot of build up to this and excitement around it, and so I was just excited to be able to finally have the opportunity to get out there and just shoot. To be honest.
Dave, right here.
Sabrina, Dave McMahon with ESPN. Let's be real here. Like, if you got to shoot second, the target score, you're walking away with the belt, right? Like, come on.
I mean, we were talking about just getting a second round. Like, I think we both finally just kind of got warm after sitting for a while and wanted to run it back. So maybe we'll be able to evolve that next time. But obviously, Steph won for a reason, and I'm gonna have to try and beat him next time.
On the front and the right, Sabrina. When you look at like what you're able to do tonight, how much do you think that'll help the game of basketball? I know people always say women's basketball, but skill, shooting is for everyone.
Yeah, just basketball as a whole, I think. Being able to have this crossover and understanding the respect that I've been able to receive from a lot of the NBA guys. I mean, just knowing that Steph wanted to do this as well in terms of just respecting another shooter. And I think it's going to show a lot of young kids out there, a lot of people who might have not believed or even watched women's sports that were able to go out there and put on a show. And so it was really exciting to finally be able to do this. And like Steph said, it happened perfectly.
Rachel over here.
Hey, Steph. What do you know about Sabrina that you knew even coming into the night that this was going to be extremely competitive?
We were talking about it yesterday. When I first met her back in the Bay, right before the Oregon, rocket ship went off, you see a different demeanor and a different kind of killer instinct and a focus that. I mean, the skill is one thing, but the mentality is a totally different thing that you kind of can't teach. And she's, demonstrated that every step of the way. So I knew, no matter how the build-up was, there would be no stage that'd be too bright for her. And, the way that the competition went, the way she started was like, there's no fear and there's no kind of hesitation at all. She knows who she is, and she also works. Like that's the thing that. The preparation, to get a skill set like she has and a shot like she has in an all-around game, like there's work that goes into it. So it was demonstrated at a high level, even tonight.
Sabrina was nice enough to share a photo of when she was 10 years old in the tunnel, seeing you and that moment for her. You gonna make sure Riley gets a photo with her?
We checked that box a couple years ago when she was at Oregon. We brought the girls to a game at Cal. I was even saying just the way that she carries herself on and off the court. She understands the platform that she has. And, she took 30, 45 seconds to talk to my girls and make them feel special. And, took a picture and the whole deal. So she gets it. And it's a special, special gift.
Tim, 6th row back on this side.
Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press. Kind of for both of you. You guys combined to shoot like 75, 76%, something crazy like that tonight. On a lime green floor in a football stadium, which is probably something neither of you is used to. How cool is it that not just you're able to do this, but you both put on a show? Like this wasn't, if this had been 21-18, this would have felt different probably. The fact that you were both able to put up a big number, how much more does that add to what you guys pulled off?
Everything you just said is, it goes into the form of like the entertainment value of what this, that was obviously it was a long build up for 72nd rounds, but I've been to 10 All-Star weekend or a little bit more shooting 3-point contests. Like to have it with the new floor and it was like 40,000 fans out here and people using the bathroom. there's all type of chaos around here. Like for us to deliver a show like that, it was perfect. Like just as much excitement that you can build in that short amount of time with two great shooters going at it. So pretty special. This will be something we'll remember for a long time.
Third row center.
Steph, Video Padilla, Filter 360. Over your career, you have won many awards and you have an unbelievable career. How do you feel that having this challenge today contributed to women basketball, and it's going to go into history as at your top, you were able to give back to that society?
It's something you just live. Like you don't do things just to check a box. And I'm stealing that from Sabrina. We mentioned like this is something. If you're supporting basketball and generally supporting women's basketball, it's something that you continually do when you find new creative ways to have investment in the game. The fact that this is the first of its kind.
সকল প্রকার ইন্ডিয়ান সিরিয়াল সবার আগে পেতে আমাদের চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন এবং পাশে থাকা বেল আইকনটি বাজিয়ে দিন।
The fact that it's supporting both of our foundations, the NBA Foundation as well, so there's a community impact component. Like all of that is a step in the right direction, and we'll always be able to say we were the first. So that's a really cool accomplishment.
Right here in the front.
Sabrina, this is the NBA All-Star Weekend where, historically all of the best players in the NBA have come and played and be celebrated. Right? You've come in here on a one-off event, the first of its kind, and you're not only a guest. You could argue this is maybe the highlight, the biggest event, the one that most people are excited the most about. What does it feel to, have a space that didn't even exist and be able to create it, to be able to come in, fill it, and at the same time deliver such a great performance?
Yeah, well, I think that's kind of been what both of us have done our entire careers, is just created our own space and done it our way and stayed true to ourselves. And this was so authentic for the both of us to be able to be here, finally not in a closed gym, shooting in front of everyone watching and understanding what it means for ourselves, but also the bigger picture and knowing that this is where I wanted to be able to do this. And so obviously very thankful for everyone who's helped make this kind of dream that we both had a possibility, and knowing that it's changed the landscape of how people are going to view what we're doing. And we're very excited to see kind of what the future has to hold with more people having the opportunity to do stuff like this.
Next question here.
Steph and Sabrina, Lachlan from NBA Australia. I think we all agree this is going to have an incredible impact on basketball around the world. What do you sort of hope the immediate impact will be, and then what do you sort of see the longer term impact being?
I think immediate has just changed the conversation on, for little boys and girls who are watching us play. Like, it doesn't matter what gym you show up to, don't discount, who's to your left or to your right. If they can shoot, and you can compete and you can have fun. Hopefully we can be, models of what that looks like on the biggest stage. Long term, we'll see. It's like I said, it's something that will continue. Me personally, I know she's, an ambassador for basketball, for women's basketball. She's just getting started on her career, so I'll let her speak to that. But you continue to find awesome ways to further the conversation on how amazing the women's game is, getting the eyeballs on it, and continue to create energy around it. This was a small step in that direction.
Last question in the center.
This might be obvious to some, maybe not to others, but I think the next iteration of this would maybe be bringing Caitlin Clark into this next year. I was just curious what you guys thought. Could we see that next year? And what you guys just think of her game as far as, being an elite shooter?
Well, we've been talking about finding different ways to change this up next year, and I think he has a partner in mind that's going to join him, and so I'm open to any partner that can help me win and take that belt that he has up front and center away from him.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.